it's Adrian Duncan again, and today I'm going to teach you about the planets. As you probably know, I am teaching a 6-module course. The first module is about the sun signs, which generally colour whatever's happening in the horoscope. And the next module, which is what I'm teaching today, is about the planets. The planets are the major players in the horoscopes. They're the entities that give life energy to your horoscope. After the planets, we'll be looking at the houses, which is where everything plays out in the world. And after the houses, we'll be looking at the aspects, which is the way all the planets interact. Then we'll be learning about how to integrate all this to interpret the horoscope. And finally, we'll add transits, which show what's happening through time. So the planets themselves are basically the ones we're going to be looking at, the major planets. It's the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto. There are other planets outside of Pluto's orbit, and there's also asteroids between Jupiter and Mars, and there's also Chiron, which exists between Saturn and Uranus. But basically, these are the, up to Saturn, were traditional planets until Uranus was discovered in 1781, and then Neptune in 1845, or 1848, and Pluto in 1930. And these are the most important planets, and that's all we need to look at to understand the horoscope right now. And as you can see, each planet, well, we call the Sun and Moon planets often in astrology, but of course the Sun's a star and the Moon's a satellite. But each planet or each body has a certain period during which it has a full cycle. Obviously, the Earth cycle around the Sun is a year, and the Moon cycle around the Earth is a month, etc., etc. Until you get out to something like Saturn, where the whole cycle is 30 years, and Pluto, which is 248 years, which will never experience personally a complete cycle of Pluto, or Neptune for that matter. Hopefully, a complete cycle of Uranus we'll experience. Then we'll be 84 years old. So these are the players in the horoscope. But before we go any further, I'd like to talk about what the planets are, because perhaps some people just think of them as very large objects in space, but they're huge. They're on a completely different dimension of being. And some things like Jupiter are 1,000 times bigger than the Earth by volume. They have their own satellite system, moons going around them. And in astrology, they're really magical, they're really powerful, and they have really a powerful effect. And each of the planets represents some kind of drive or power which dominates a particular area of life. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. But before I do that, I'd just like to show this fantastic video, which you can see on YouTube, and you should. So this is the old heliocentric view of the solar system. You see the planets rotating around the Sun. It's like a two-dimensional view. That's the way we've been taught about the solar system. In actual fact, what is really happening is the Sun is moving through space at 70,000 kilometers an hour. So this is what's really happening. The planets are spiraling through space around the Sun. And this is a kind of a picture of our evolution through time. Things never return to where they were before. This idea of a circular revolution around the Sun is not what's really happening. So the Sun's like a comet, dragging the planets in its wake. And that's the true understanding of the solar system today. Everything's like a vortex. It's all reflecting the spiraling nature of the universe. So this is a completely different picture. It goes from a flat solar system to a spiraling solar system through space. where nothing ever comes back to the same position. And this is really like a reflection of our lives, that we have a mission, a destiny, a destination, and we're always moving, evolving spirally towards it. And if you look at everything in the universe, it's all spiraling towards something. Even DNA on a micro level, it's spiraling. And this vortex, this spiraling force, is very close to showing what it is in astrology that works so well, that the largest thing in the universe, spiraling galaxies, and the smallest thing in the universe, spiraling DNA, that's interconnected. And astrology is the key for interpreting it all.